Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tiny Atoll, our brand new series on the channel on Planet Zoo. We are building on a, tiny atoll, pretty surprisingly, and we will have only tiny animals. Thank you so much for all the comments in the first episode. Last episode we obviously built the island and just kind of prepared the little airstrip where people will arrive, and I have read through all of your comments and I'm so happy to say that one of the favorite animals you mentioned is part of our today's video, or actually star of the video. It's the little penguin, or the little blue penguin. It's gonna be our starter animal here at the entrance. And I'm very happy to tell you that a lot of the other stuff I've prepared already does match with a lot of your comments. I want to first of all go into one of the biggest kind of talking points that you guys have mentioned in the first video. And by the way, if you haven't seen the first video, highly recommend doing so. Pause the video, go to the first video, watch it, and then come back to this video, so that all makes even more sense. We are here with some happy Caribbean, Indonesian, whatever music that just kind of fits this kind of island vibe. But you guys have been talking a lot about the airstrip and the arrival to this island. So a lot of people were saying, yeah, I mean, flying here with either heli or plane is not very good when it comes to the amount of people that we can deliver per flight, which is obviously true, and it will be pretty expensive. Hey, that's also true. But we will have a harbor indeed. Yes, you guys also were talking about, is there like a boat access? Yes, we will have a boat access. And the good thing is I haven't really built it yet. So I've prepared like 5-6 episodes already at the beginning. And I afterwards just stopped at a certain point, and I have already pretty much laid out the location where we will have the boat connection, but not necessarily exactly where it is. So that's definitely going to be a nice little thing to add in the future. I've seen also your animal recommendations, and I must admit that most of them fit super well with the plan I had in mind anyway. So yeah, a couple of little hints here. I am building with the freebuild mod, which if you haven't guessed already, you will have it seen now. The way I lay out paths is not really possible in this game without it. So that is definitely a thing I just simply cannot play without anymore, simply because of what I've been used to now with Planet Coaster 2, and also just being used to freebuild forever ever. So there's definitely no way playing without freebuild. What that mod does, in case you don't know, it literally does what it says. It allows you to build almost without any constraints. Like, despite the fact the game would tell you you're not allowed to do in certain areas, you can just build paths through water, barriers through water. You can just kind of remove barriers even though you have water, and so on and so forth. So it's kind of a very straightforward mod that just disables most of the kind of fixed restraints of the game. Whatever. Let's quickly talk about this habitat itself. I wanted to keep it fairly simple, I should say. It's definitely not my most detailed habitat I've ever built, but this is a little bit of a foreshadowing to this series. What I want to achieve is the maximum look with the least detail required. See, the point is, I've been studying a lot lately what makes good Planet Zoo series and what people enjoy the most, and like, there are three different, I would say, 3 different types of content you can produce. So the first thing is a really, really low effort. I don't know what to call low effort, but like very straightforward, quick builds, using everything in the game as intended, making use of a lot of blueprints and just using these kind of things, you know, making for a very quick process in the overall zoo builds. You can pump out a lot of zoos and just like go with the flow and do it. That has a huge kind of benefit because it's super approachable for people who are not willing to play that detailed. The complete opposite is like hyper-focused detailed builders like Eben and so on, who go and build even the tiniest detail in a kitchen that no one sees. And there's something in the middle, you know, and this is where I want to find the sweet spot, a little bit more towards the casual, approachable area, with like obviously putting detail in, but not too much. Anyways, little plug of our sponsor of the channel, as always, Instant Gaming. In case you guys don't know yet what I have been doing, this is a platform where you can get games and DLCs and in-game currencies and pre-orders and whatnot. It is super reliable. You will find a lot of great discounts. They always have a lot of great kind of giveaways as well. You'll find all the DLCs and also DLCs of the newest games, and you can just check out yourself. The best thing about this is you do help me without paying extra money, because you just get a game or in-game currency, whatever you want, and you can basically buy it, and I automatically get a little fee of it, and also I get a little bit of, you know, a point towards my main goal, whatever. Make sure to get something there. They have some very good deals, and also make sure to pre-order things like Jurassic World Evolution 3, for example, or if you haven't already, Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster, I highly recommend, but there are other great games as well. Now, ordering is a good is a good segue, right? Getting something, ordering. We need like a little shop over here. I wanted to just have that, you know, we are in a very tropical area. We don't need to enclose everything now, which is great. So I wanted to make like a little bit of a nice juice stand over here. And I used the vending machines in the background to kind of simulate as if these are the fridges where you can grab some stuff out. Because, you know, these couple of ones you have in that little display, they wouldn't do it for long, you know. And obviously using a couple of the souvenir pieces here to make that whole kind of shop front a little bit more nice and, you know, just look a little bit more as if it's intended to sell stuff, you know. I guess that is pretty cool, the way you can do that. Just hang a couple of things here and there, just making sure it feels a bit more lively. I feel like this really turned out nice. I also wanted to play a little bit with height differences. I mean, you know, I've seen one comment also talking about the sea level kind of thing, that like obviously the whole Tiny Atoll is a little bit too, I mean, it's not too shallow, I should say. That's the way it is, you know. Atolls have a huge danger of being flooded anyway, so I didn't want to do anything crazy to avoid that. It's just like there is no flooding in the game, so we don't need to worry about that anyways. But if you want to be a bit more realistic, yeah, that zoo would have to fight it anyways, and there's no way, like, I can absolutely go down a little here and build that little area. Why not? Because, see, if there's a flooding going on, the zoo would not be open anyways, and the animals would need to be brought into a shelter, which we'll get to. The shelter, at least, is something I have in mind, and I have definitely considered, so don't you worry about that. You will find out that a lot of the habitats will not have too much of a like a how's it called, a shelter in that specific habitat. So it's more of an idea that the whole zoo will have a huge shelter for all animals if required, and in the dedicated habitats they do have only shelter from some normal weather and to sleep and so on. Something I haven't really done in the past, and something I haven't figured, and I must applaud Frontier for that change, is that you can change the staff uniforms. I knew that you can change them for everyone, but I think in the past it was that you needed to then just plop them down again. But now, if you hit apply in the menu, all existing types of the staff will have the exact staff uniform, and you can still change individual ones if you want to, but the overall uniform style will then be applied to all, which I think is great, because if you want to change something in the future, you don't need to individually pick your 50 keepers or whatnot. So that's that. I also wanted to build the inside a little bit of the penguins, so they also climb up a little terrace kind of area over here to just have a bit of height elevation in. It took me a while until I was able to do that. It's really, I can't really tell, but I just wanted to have it, you know. It was a bit harder to achieve than I thought it was. These little fellas seem to need a quite huge area to arrange. I don't know why, but like this is my main gripe about the traversable area, I should say. I really hope Planet Zoo 2, if it will exist, is gonna fix that, because oh my goodness me, that is in so many builds one of the most annoying thing, that you have like a huge area, and then these tiny animals, they look super lost in these areas simply because they're like so tiny in comparison to what you build, and you're forced to build bigger than you would love to, simply because of that reason, you know. And yeah, I hope that's going to be fixed. Now, the habitat itself is almost done already. I just wanted to focus on the front side. Most of it is really as I wanted it to be. I kind of, you know, wanted to not completely leave out the backside, but the idea is that they get a bit of privacy there, so we can have them go into the sea if they want to, but if not, they just are in the front where they get some foodies and where's like a fish feeder and stuff like that, so they will come around eventually, but they can also get some privacy in the background, so that's the idea. Not much more, but a very straightforward build, and as I was so in a groove, you can see this habitat. The time-lapse is not really long today, also not sped up that dramatically, because I was really in the flow after the initial stuff. I think I played for like 10 hours straight or so. That was really good. So, well, yeah, I think you guys want to see how that's looking in-game, don't you? So, I would say, let's grab ourselves a drink and get yourself just relaxed. We go in-game. Alright, welcome to the real-time part, and I need to be a little bit careful because I have built something, I have built something already in this save file. I messed up the save files a little bit, so it's already the next episode included in here, so if you see some spoilers, well, just look away, okay? But I think the next episode is still very relevant, so make sure to come over. Anyways, but you can see this is the habitat. We have a lot of little things where they can hide, you know, there's like the little ball, you can see something in the background you shouldn't, so don't you worry about that, it's just being hidden. But now we can actually see if I did a good job in hiding some of the areas. So here on the right hand side we can see the habitat, and I'm really wondering why there's no animal. Oh, there's one, look at this, there's someone coming, swimming over for us here. Look at you fellow little guys, look at you. This is so good. I love that. I love them. They're so tiny. They're so cute. But I really, really like how that turned out. I mean, still the same issue as always. The water area is comparatively, if you compare them in relation to the size of the animal, way too big. But like, I mean, for them that's amazing, you know. We could get a lot more into the habitat if we want to. It's also fairly nice, you know, from down here the whole structure looks so much bigger, and it's kind of be fun if you see them above here. That's pretty nice. Also, what's kind of fun is that this little ice cube over here, you can see someone waiting over there. Look at this. He's coming over to get some foodies for us. Oh my god, that's the perfect moment for us. This can be refilled. The keeper can do it from the lower point, it seems, so they don't need to climb up there because they can't. Like, the traversable area for the staff is not available. So yeah, look at that. They're chewing down some fishies. Oh, that's so good. So good that they're just doing that right in front of us. That's so good, and you can see all the animals swimming down here. I didn't do much with the viewing area. I just kept it fairly simple. Have a little nice seating area over here. We don't have a blue penguin statue, so I used that one of the other animals. I'm kind of obsessed with this palm tree over here. I guess this is just something I'm using all the time because it's just so good. It looks so freaking good. And then on the other hand side, we do have our little point, as I said, where you can grab some drinks. Size-wise, I'm absolutely freaking happy with that. I can absolutely imagine this being realistic like this, you know. You can really tell that this would be something you could really do in a zoo. Give them some shade, you know, it's gonna be fairly hot in here. Oops, I just see that this is a little mistake. I think I need to push that out a little. It could also be that the game just reset some of the location when I did some changes in here. But yeah, well, they're like a little tilted. They shouldn't be tilted anyways. Oh, I think I know what happened because I changed some of the terrain up there. It just, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna fix that anyways. So this is like if we were to sell some goods, you could also see. Excuse me. There's like literally a kind of a counter. Okay, never mind then. But yeah, he's got a very nice view for the whole job. You know, he can have a good day the whole day and see the animals swim around. Also, if we just move up here, and I'm gonna go backwards to just not hide, to just not show too much of what's coming, because I just want to show you. If we move over, that's a nice spot. That's a nice one. Look at that. This is also that's thumbnail worthy shot over here. Look at this. I'm loving that. This is so good. You know, with that little shop in front of here. You know, actually I like this even more with having the shop inside. It's really so cool. Having this little, and you can even see the plane in the background. I love that. I love that. We need to have some more swimming here in front of us, but other than that, this is pretty damn good. I'm really, really happy with what this project is going to set out to be. I really feel like this is going to be very, very fun. A couple of things I need to change, like this. I couldn't do much better with the incline over here. It's a bit too heavy, too sharp. I would have loved to have this a bit more gentle from the slope, but it didn't really let me do it the way I wanted it to. So yeah, whatever. This one over here is a bit better. It's not perfect, but it's a bit better. So yeah, we gotta see how that ends up being once I'm done. But can I just pause the game for a second? There you go, because I got that shot now. I would love to have some more penguins in, but I see them up there. Look, that's so good. That's so good. I love it. I'm just in love with this habitat. It's so simple yet effective, I would say. That is really, I don't know. As I said, there is some very likable stuff in the simplicity of these habitats, and I really want to continue doing it like this. Let's just go in and try to not showcase too much what's in the background. So here we have like a nice shot of them up there. Look, there's up there. I think they just had a lovely little enjoyable time with the foodies. I mean, I like the fact that they can climb up here, you know, and then just have a good time, chill there, and people can see them from above. Really like that. There's a little penguin coming out of the water, jumping up here. Yay! Just meandering around. Yeah, I like that. I like that. See, one thing I absolutely see myself doing way too little is having animal interaction also in the video, you know, having a look at what they're doing. So this is exactly what we're doing. We have a look what they're doing, you know. They enjoy the time. We just follow around what this guy is doing. Are you just having a good time here? You're just gonna go and have some. Oh, look at this little cutie. God, look at the fur and everything. This looks so good. Almost like the little glow we have over here. Just enjoying a bit of the water dribble. Look at this, so good, so cute. Also the beak, how it's glowing. Ah, I just love that. Just love that. Ooh. Just more running around a little bit in the water. Oh my god! Look at this, it's so cute. Is there like water down here? Why are you just doing that weird little... Oh, is that the animation from the water thing? Anyways, oh, that's so cute. I think someone just went into this one. Let's go to the next one and see what you are doing. Hello, my friend. Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you having a good time? Are you going for a swim? What are you doing? You're so cute. Yeah, so cute. I think this one's gonna go for a swim. All right, let's do that. And now you're up for some diving action. Let's go. Let's go into the water. I wanted to say, but hey, where are you? Hello, hello. I turned my mouse speed a little down because I wanted to build a bit more nice and precise, but I guess I need to up that again because that's just like way too slow. But yeah, that's nice. Okay, can we just step out of the water again? Is someone up here still? Can I move there if I want to? Move that here, move that there. I think I played too much Manor odds at this point. No, they're also not here. Are they all around? I definitely need to get more penguins in. There's like no one in the back. I thought I had way more of them. But isn't it so cute? So cute. I would have loved to see more interaction between them. So this is why I think I should get some more animals in. But yeah, look at you guys. You're still enjoying that little spot over here. All right, anyways, I think this is it for today's episode, guys. I really enjoyed building it. I hope you are as excited as I am for this series. I'm just going to move to that little position over here, which I like a lot to have a look at. Wait, I need to just go up. All the way up. There you go. Yeah, as I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did, because I certainly really did enjoy it. It's been a pleasure to just, you know, get this new project started, make sure that everything has this kind of Caribbean tropical vibe, and just getting in all the different, you know, little ideas. Also, thank you for your comments again. That was super helpful to kind of build my ideas further for like more islands. And I especially like the idea of having the islands dedicated to certain areas from the world or continents, or, you know, maybe like having one that's going to be Australia, the other one is going to be South Africa, and so on and so forth. That would be fun as well. Not sure if I can deliver. I just need to go through the animals and see which animals we have, and if that kind of finds its way in. And yeah, I kind of have ideas from your comments now, and I really want to do that. Also, as you can tell from the recording, I haven't done the voiceover and the recording beforehand because I wanted to wait for your, you know, comments to at least bring them in that sense a little. So hopefully that is as enjoyable as it should be. And yeah, I hope you guys are really excited for the upcoming episodes. I can only tell you it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. The next episode is gonna be a lot more building to kind of plan out the area. But after that one, it's gonna be a very fun one you're gonna see. So until then, have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for watching as always. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to get a game from Instant Gaming if you haven't already. There are so many great games out there to test, to play and whatnot. You can also get the new Battlefield 6 updates. You can even get Season Pass for lower money. Lower money, is that even a sentence? I don't know. For a discount, I guess. Have a good time. Thank you so much, my friends. And I talk to you in the next one.